friends. So, as a lot of you know, I used to live in a different country. And so right now I live in America, but in the past I lived in a different country called France. So just like a lot of you used to live in different countries, I also lived in a different country. My country was France. I lived in France. And in France, the biggest city is called Paris. So today, I'm going to read you guys a book from Paris. I brought this all the way from Paris many years ago. And now I get to read it to you. Are you ready? Let's go for it. So, Paris. This here is the metro. We're going to learn about the metro soon. But the metro is a train. And you can use it to get around Paris, just like we drive our cars here. Paris is the largest city in France. It is divided into 20 arrondissements, or districts. See the arrondissement? This is a map. Bring it closer. On a map, they circle around like a big snail. Look, so we have the first one here, and then they make a circle. Where do you think I used to live? I'll tell you before we turn the page. You can see the Seine, the river that flows through Paris. So here's the river Seine. See? So, I lived in the 8th arrondissement, right here. Yep. All right, let's read some more. Paris is the capital of France. So just like Nashville is the capital of Tennessee, and Washington, D.C. is the capital of America, Paris is the capital of France. Big decisions are made at the Elysee Palace, right here. This is where the president lives. So the Elysee Palace is a lot like our White House. Where would you rather live? The White House or a palace? There are many other famous monuments in the city. So remember, a monument is like a big building that is really fun to look at. So here, let's look at a few of them. We have Montparnasse. This is a neighborhood in France with a big, ugly tower. Nobody likes this tower. Over here, we have the Place de la Concorde. So this is an obelisk. And the obelisk is from Egypt. A guy named Napoleon stole it. It's not good to steal, but they still have it there. So that means peace place. Sounds less pretty in English. But this is where, in the French Revolution, they cut off people's heads. Scary, right? We also have the Opéra Garnier. So this is where people sing. La la la! They sing beautiful songs right here. This is in my old neighborhood. Yep. And here, the Sacré-Cœur. Sacré-Cœur is a church. It's very beautiful. See? Let's see what's next. Very chic and always buzzing. Paris is the most visited city in the world. Tourists love to people watch on the Champs-Élysées. This is the Champs-Élysées. It's a big street with lots of people and buses, very big. The avenue extends toward the Arc de Triomphe. So this is the Arc de Triomphe. It's big and pretty. It was made to celebrate the military. It's like the army. Click. Everyone takes a picture here to be able to proudly say, I was there. See, look at all these people. They're taking pictures. How cool is that? If you went to the Champs-Élysées, would you take pictures? I did. To get from one place to another, the metro is practical and speedy, so it's fast. You are never far from one of Paris's 380 stations. So the station is where you get on the metro, and the metro is a train. Have you ever ridden a train like this before? But during the rush hours, when Parisians come and go from work, the metro cars are very crowded. Lots of people, crowded. You stand like this with lots of other people. Direction, Eiffel Tower. Built in 1889 for the World Fair, it has become the symbol of Paris itself. We can get to the top level using the elevator. You can get to the second level on foot if you are game to climb up the 1,665 steps. Do you guys like climbing steps? I don't. I'll take the elevator. Take it all in. How about a stroll alongside the water? Each day, hundreds of tourists board boats for a short ride on the Seine. So see, we have the Seine. Here's the river we saw earlier. And there's some boats, so you can see things. Here is the Pont Neuf, right here, which is the oldest of Paris's 37 bridges. The Notre Dame Cathedral stands tall at the tip of the Ile de la Cité. So this is the Ile de la Cité. It's an island in the middle of the river. And on the island, there's Notre Dame. Does anyone remember? Notre Dame had a fire last year, around this time. It was very sad. It burned. But most of it's still there. We're very lucky. So maybe you can go see it. Exhibitions, strolls, performances. Here, it's impossible to be bored. Are you bored right now? You should go to Paris. Let's go see the Mona Lisa. This famous painting is exhibited at the Louvre, the biggest museum in the world. So if you like museums, you should go here. Prefer animals? Head to the Grande Galerie at the Jardin des Plantes. Look. So these animals, they're dead. Ugh. And they put stuff in them so they could be like this forever. But you can see some animals. What do you think? Is that gross? And this funny looking building, it's the Pompidou Center. The exterior is covered with air ducts, water pipes, and electricity vents. A long escalator brings people all the way up top to the Museum of Modern Art. See, you get on here and ride it all the way. What do you guys think? Is it pretty or ugly? Let me know in the comments. Street entertainers perform on the square in front of the museum. See, we have a guy juggling. Look at all the stuff that's happening here. Looks pretty fun. But they don't get to do that right now because of Corona, huh? Do your feet hurt? Are you tired of the noise and the crowds? You can relax in one of the city's 500 green spaces. Here are the Luxembourg Gardens, one of Paris's largest open spaces. Look, you can even sail a boat in the pond. That's pretty fun. At the Bout-Chaumont Park, a lake, a waterfall, cliffs, tunnels, and footbridges are laid out like a scene from a painting. Look at that. That's so pretty, right? The city's underground has as many holes as Swiss cheese. Have you ever seen Swiss cheese before? It has lots of holes. Think of just how much is happening beneath your feet when you walk in the city streets. Let's look. Whoa, there's a lot going on, huh? Let's see. What do we have? We have cellars, the sewer. Ugh, that's where your poop goes. Ew. We have electricity. We like the electricity. Heating ducts to make it nice and warm. It gets very cold in Paris. There's a stone pit. An underground tunnel. Look at those cars underground. Gas pipes to make your home warm. There are malls underground in Paris. Parking lots, you can park your car underground. There's a lot going on under there. Oh, and there's the metro, right? See the metro? And then there's water down here too. It's a lot going on. In Paris, traces of the past are everywhere. Let's go to the Arène de l'Hôtesse. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the Romans watched gladiators fight here. It's the nation's oldest monument. So people would have fights right here. Anyone like watching people box? It's kind of like that. Let's wander through the lovely covered walkways. You can go shopping here. Built 150 years ago. In those days, elegant Parisians would stroll here, sheltered from the rain. Rains a lot in Paris. Each neighborhood has its own atmosphere. The Butte aux Cailles in the 13th arrondissement, with its little houses, looks like a small village. Doesn't really look like the big city, does it? Here we are in Belleville, with its colorful outdoor markets. Parisians come from all around the world. Lots of people live in Paris, just like lots of people live in Nashville. Pretty cool. When night falls, the streets and the monuments of the capital are illuminated. There are lots of lights, see? High up on Notre Dame, alongside the gargoyles of stone, you can watch the sunset. Gargoyles. It's lovely, don't you think? It's pretty. You think you'd want to go there? Tell me in the comments if you think you'd like to visit Paris someday.